Yo, 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 welcome back to the Hulaham Hour. It is October 29th. This is episode 47, and Lions making moves today, Nick. What are your thoughts on Hutch, brother?
Hell yeah, you're staying in Detroit.
Love it. Let's kick it. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Hulaham Hour. Appreciate the support we've been getting as of late. It's been great. Appreciate it. So, we are approaching the halfway mark of the season already, dude. This season is flying by. It was a Lions bye week, but we got some headlines. So, obviously, first headline, the Detroit Lions have extended Aidan Hutchinson on a 4-year, $180 million extension, making him the second highest paid non-quarterback, I believe. Yes, number 2, which, you know what? I'm cool with that because, yeah. Anyways, what are your overall thoughts? You had mentioned in our little pre-talk about how Detroit never signs players to extensions, and then it bites us in the ass. So give us your thoughts.
It's about damn time. Holy shit. We've had so many great players, not even just football, all the way around Detroit sports that we let walk away for nothing. And it is freaking brutal to watch.
Yeah.
We're about to do it again in baseball, so thank God the Lions at least wise the fuck up.
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully the Tigers don't let Scooble walk, but we all know that's just the Tigers do. So, yeah, so that's great. I'm glad we paid him. That's what the Lions do in a bye week is we sign our best players to extensions because we're gangsters like that. So, wasn't really a bye week for us, and speaking freely.
The only thing would have made it better is if the Packers would have lost and the whole NFC North would have lost.
Yes. So before I get ahead of myself here, just very excited about that headline. So I definitely wanted to make it the first thing we covered before we jumped into our fantasy recap here. But I do have a couple other headlines to go over as soon as the fantasy recap is complete. So without further ado, I got one more reason to hate the Packers over the weekend. As the person I'm playing had half their goddamn team, and the Packers took it to me. So I ended up taking a loss this week to shit baby what, but I don't know. Not impressed, Matt. Sorry. The fact that you have that many Packers on your team tells me you're right up there with Chiefs fans on a devil worshipping kind of level. So yeah. So anyways, Beer Belly Bombers fell to shit baby what. Hang on 1 second. I need to get to. All right. You think 1 week I would like have this pulled up ahead of time? Just once.
Now made it 47 without, so.
Yeah, that's very true. All right. Hurting for a title. Took down 2 girlies, 1 cup, 135, 129. Big Bush League. Stuck it to Scary Terry and the gang. 143 to 105. Scary Terry and the gang falls to 1-7. Jared's Not Branham's had a dismal outing. Only a whopping 79-point outing against Man. 151 to 79. And F Your Couch took it to the Icky Subtle, 163 to 104. Wow, there was a lot of crap. Even Moran, Jason TDs put the whoop down on Moran, 135 to 71.12. Yeah, but again, 2 less players in this league, so the score that we're about to save in one of our other leagues is even more dismal than one of these scores. So, yeah, anyways, I am still in first place. Even though, and Jeff, I play you this week. If you're watching this week, it's gone, man. I know everybody made fun of your draft, and I was one of those people, and you're shoving it down our throats, dude. So it's going to be a fun matchup this week. But right now, you haven't set your lineup yet, so I can't really. Oh no, you did set your lineup. No, that was last week. Hang on, let's see, current week. Yeah, he does currently have his lineup set, and I'm projected to win 133 to 112. However, we know those projections mean about this much. Okay, moving on to our 2 leagues here. We're going to start off with, I'm going to save the best for last. All right. In the league, Week 8. Here we go. Dicker and the Brown really stuck it to Scotty doesn't know fantasy. Excuse me. Dicker and the Brown 2.0. Stuck it to Scotty doesn't know fantasy. 200.86 to 113. I took high score this week. Catalina's Pillows fell short to Moody as fuck. 139 to 118. It hurts Laporta. Oh, that was you still got to score $178 to win, Nick. It's unbelievable. 178 to 168 against Pigskin Princess. Team Kaziski Kush fell short to Ricky P. 5272. Change your name, Rick. 169 to 131. Lil Conks. Holy cow, dude! I was looking. She won 173 to 141. She has scored 200 more points than 8 of the other teams in this league.
Yeah,
her team is dominant. And Morty more than doubled the score of Olconk, 152 to 74.84. Blair happened to have Andy Dalton and Spencer Rattler, who combined for less than 5 points. So that don't tell you how Blair's week went. I don't know what will. His best performing player, Cleveland's defense. So terrible. All right, moving on. We got Blood, Sweat, and Beers. No Souls 2.0. I started 0-4. I'm on a 4-game winning streak now. I'm 4-4. It's really starting to shape up. My team is really coming into their own. Very excited about it so far. We'll see how it shakes out. So without further ado, we'll get into some...
The injury bug just keeps killing me in that league. Both leagues, really.
Yep. All right. No Souls 2.0 took it to Rocky like a Burricane, 137 to 106. Sorry, Janae. I'm sorry, not sorry. I love you. Take it gently. Beat down straight out of hail to stop the undefeateds for the season. There are no more undefeateds in any of the leagues, which is great. Took down straight out of hail, 176 to 119. Nail Painter and the Dogs took high score, 185 against Ginger Killa, 116. Name change. Ding, 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 ding. MGM Superstars fell short to Lick Macaque, 131 to 149. The Man and Jameer beat out Wobble Pops, 171 to 146. And my ball, Zach Ertz, beat out Big Old TD's 181 to 138. Really gave Jordan a run for his money there, Sawyer. So, but it's game on. I think we play each other this week, Sawyer. So, yeah, we do. Bring it on. All right. So, that will quickly wrap up our fantasy for this week. A little faster than normal, but I'm okay with that because we here. Moving on to our headlines. You got anything on fantasy this week, dude? It's kind of a dismal fantasy week just because week 8 I think has had the most buys. I mean, I don't think I played 2 quarterbacks in any of my leagues this week.
I did. Most of my buys hit in the previous weeks, and I got a couple this week.
Okay, yeah. All right. So, stat, one of our headlines here. This week was dismal if you were an NFC team playing AFC, as the AFC posted the best record for one conference against another. I believe they went 7-1.
Yeah,
The
Packers
being the only team that won in the NFC, which just makes me so sick to my goddamn stomach. I could barf all over all my electronic equipment here. Anyways, it was bad week. Aaron Rodgers played like dog shit. He wants to blame everybody himself, but he did not play well. The Steelers defense really showed that they're just not. Even Julian Edelman was on his podcast the other day talking about how every time he'd play the Steelers, he'd have 9 catches because they line up linebackers on the number 3 receiver all the time, and they never changed that. And then Mike Tomlin's never changed that, and he's never going to change. And I just don't know if you want an early wild card exit, Tomlin, keep it up, because that's exactly where you're going to end up again. I mean, the AFC North at this point is so wide open, it's disgusting.
Watch Baltimore come back in that division.
Dude, it's possible. It seriously is. It's very possible. So, but we'll find out. Okay, and then we all know the refs have been bad of late, and it just seems to be digressing, not getting any better. Shout out 5 Point Vids. If you're not subscribed to his channel, go over, take a look at his latest video. He kind of did a diagnostic investigation of the Eagles and Giants game over the weekend and has nothing but valid points as to just how crap the reffing is this year. And, we wouldn't be sitting here actually doing a podcast every week if we knew this was rigged. I don't want to believe that it's rigged, but it's really all signs are pointing to that calls are being made to sway games in favor of certain teams. And I think everyone that listens to this channel can figure out who those teams are very, very easily. Eagles and Chiefs. Anyways, moving on. Okay, trade deadline's coming out November 4th. Nick, who you got moving? Who you got on the move? Who you call a couple of trades you think might go down?
I could see moving Trey Hendrickson at the trade deadline, to be honest. I think that's one of the biggest names out there, and I don't think he wants to be in Cincinnati anymore.
Nah, if he did, he would have signed more than a year.
I think that they're smart. They get a great package and just deal them off. Obviously, they don't care about defense. They made that pretty clear in the offseason.
Yeah. Oh, we got you an offensive line, Burrow, and you still got hurt.
And signed both your receivers. And, yeah, we'll just spend all our money on one side of the ball. That's fine.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know. For Kirk Cousins to come out and say he wants to be traded into a QB1 situation, I don't see, after his performance over last weekend, that happening.
Not for his. Did they have to pay his whole contract and give up some draft picks for somebody to take him?
Well, on top of that, like, okay, so you can say this. You could say that, okay, Kirk hasn't played, in like a year and blah, 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 blah. But he looked exactly like he did last year when he'd been playing. So, I don't know, man. I just think he's just – now he has enough – he's a veteran presence at this point. He needs to just accept the fact his starting days are over and either go into coaching or go into – I think he's going to end up being an announcer because I know in the offseason when the playoffs started, they did – I think Fox or CBS, one of those, had him on as an analyst. And he did very well. So, I think he would do well. So – anyways, we'll see how that all shakes out. It looks like there was a trade. Eagles traded for wide receiver John Mechie III to Jets for cornerback Michael Carter II.
And Sauce Gardner signed with the Bears.
Ah, did he?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and
Gardner Johnson, not Sauce Gardner.
CJ Gardner Johnson is. I was going to say that would be a wild trade. He's on his third team this year, I believe, now. Started in Philly, and then went to Houston, and now he's in Chicago. I don't know, man. There must be something there, because when he played for us, too, it's like, I don't know. He's
good. He's just a jackass.
Yep.
I mean, he's not the guy you want in the locker room, apparently.
Yeah, not by a long shot. Okie dokie. So, yeah, the trade deadline is November 4th, so I believe, next week we'll be able to have all the trade updates and everything coming your way. So stay tuned for that. All right. You got any other headlines for this week?
Damn it, Cam. Come on, Skattabo.
Oh, yeah.
Hope for a speedy recovery. That was brutal.
Yeah, man, it really sucks. Do you think that tackle was a hip drop tackle?
No, he just got rolled up on. His leg got trapped.
Everything about that tackle met the definition of a hip drop, except he didn't swivel. But, he had both his arms wrapped around him. He dropped all of his weight. I don't know. And again, I'm not a big fan of that. I know that's a seriously super hard, penalty to call, especially in live game action. But, yeah, it sucks, dude. And, As much as we were kind of poking fun at Cam last week, we love you here on the Hulaham Hour, bro, and we really hope that you get better soon, and we really hope that you can come back and be that force that the Giants have been looking for a long time. Actually, not for a long time. They had a force. They just let him walk in Saquon. But, hey, Danny Jones is looking at getting extended in Indianapolis, too, speaking of people that the Giants let walk.
Oh, absolutely. Mm-hmm. Anthony Richardson's career is over.
Yeah, well, it never really started. If we're being fair. As soon his career was over when he said that he was tired and didn't play. That was the end. There's no coming back from that. There's no you just waking up with a different mentality and thinking that you're gonna do all right. No, that's who you are now forever, is the guy that got tired playing football. You lazy asshole.
And then he gets hurt in warm-ups and breaks an orbital bone. Like, you're just a jackass.
I know, and Deebo was back this week too, right?
Yeah, he didn't do shit, though.
No, he didn't, and he looked a little on the heavy side to me for a receiver. I mean, it looked like he's been just sitting around eating pork rinds and drinking Diet Cola for the last 6 months.
Maybe that's what he's been doing for 10 years. Who knows?
That's like, yeah, dude, who knows? Kind of looked like that.
Caught up to him.
Kind of starting to look like that Colombian friend we have.
Well, easy now.
Oh, shout out Ian. All right.
But I just feel bad for the Giants. They finally got all these good rookies and like a decent spark. I mean, I don't think they were going to the playoffs, but you lose Malik Neighbors, you lose Cam Skattabo.
Well,
it's like, man.
Like, dude, ticket sales were going to go up for them. You know what I mean? Like, the whole, when you actually start playing, I mean, look at what happened with Detroit. Like, like 10 years ago, you could have bought a season ticket for $400, and now that's how much one game costs in the upper level. Like, it's just freaking become insane in Detroit for that. And that's where it made sense for them at the time with the quality of team that we had to only build a stadium that held 65,000 people. But now it's kind of like, damn, dude, I really wish we could, like, have another 20,000 seats up in this bitch. Like, so, but there's nothing they can do to make that any different with the footprint that they're at downtown Detroit. So, yeah. All right. Let's get into our Week 7 recap here and get our picks in and keep on keeping on. All right. Thursday Night Football. Vikings look like dog shit. This game literally ended Carson Wentz's season.
You mean career?
Possibly career. I mean,
He's
the dude's
41, dude.
What's that?
He's 41. He can barely move his arm. Like,
Carson Wentz is not 41.
He's either 38 or 41. I know it's one.
He's like early 30s, dude. He was drafted in 2017.
Carson Wentz?
Yes, he was drafted in 2016 or 2017.
There is no way he's early 30s.
Yes, 100%.
He is 32. Why does he look like he's 50?
I told you.
Jeez.
Yeah, dude, he's younger than we are. So, with that being said, I'd hope his career's not over, but he's been hurt so much as of late. I don't know, man. I just feel like he's just another Sam Bradford that had like one really good year. He cashes in on his money and then never plays another game again. Like,
I look at Alex Smith.
Yeah,
that's who I picture Carson Wentz as.
Yeah. But yeah, the Chargers, they looked okay, but the to put up 37 on the Vikings defense is saying something. They had Vidal that looked very, very good for them. He is running with nothing but purpose and anger. So yeah, I mean, great for them. Yeah, Chargers won 37-10 against the Vikings. Good to see the Vikings lose, but the Vikings season's kind of up in the air. J.J. McCarthy is set to start this week, and we'll talk about that when we get into our picks. But yeah. Falcons, Dolphins. What a weird game this was. As we've stated every week this year, we have no idea what's going on this season. On zero freaking idea of who's good and who's not. Because the Falcons will put up 50 points on a team that has a really good defense and then come and play the Dolphins, who are one of the worst bottom three teams, arguably, in the league this year, and lose 34-10 and let Tua, put up 4 touchdowns. I think I sent you that meme that said, it's funny how all the sports betting stuff is coming unearthed, and all of a sudden Tua's good at football again.
I don't know. The Falcons are like, if you were going to bet on them, just bet every other week on them getting their ass kicked.
Yeah, just figuring out which week's the off week.
I know.
So, like, next week, the Falcons should come out.
Yeah, they put up 40.
And they're playing... Oh, Falcons have a bye, it looks like. Oh, no, they played the Patriots. Yeah, no way. They're going to get the shit kicked in. Yeah, good luck. If they actually come out and beat the Patriots, they really are the biggest what-the-fuck team I've ever seen in my life. Like,
dude, I can see it happening, though. That's what's fucked up.
Yeah, no, seriously. Like, they could come out and make Drake May look like an idiot. I mean, they could. Will they? Probably not. But they could. So, stay tuned. All right. Anyways, yeah, Tua looked good. A Tyreek Hill-less Dolphins team to put up 34 against Falcons and get a W. Great job. Probably saved Mike McDaniel's job another week. So, all right, Ravens, Bears. Holy cow, dude. Ravens with their backup quarterback. Did Tyler Huntley play?
Yeah.
Yes, so Tyler Huntley played, put up a 30 spot on the Bears, won 30-16. So happy to see the Bears lose. Bears looked bad. I mean, they looked bad, especially to only put up 16 points with Caleb Williams playing the way he has played this year against the Ravens defense that's been bottom of the barrel this year. I don't know, what were your thoughts on the game?
I loved it. And the Ravens did exactly what we've talked about on here. You slow down their run game and make Caleb Williams throw the ball and watch what happens.
Yes, exactly.
And it put up a big fucking goose egg. I mean, they sucked.
Yeah. Yep.
And last year, Chicago started 4-2, and I think they ended up with 5 wins on the year.
No, Nick. The last 2 seasons they've started 4-2.
I knew it was last year. I didn't realize it was 2.
It was the last 2. I think I took a picture of this. I think I sent it to you actually. Let me see here. Okay, no, it was just comparing last year. I'm sorry. Yes, but yeah, they ended up being 4-2, and starting in week 7, they lost every game except for week 17. They somehow beat the Lions last year. Or no, I'm sorry. No, that's we play them this year, week 17. I'm sorry, that wasn't who. It doesn't actually tell me who their games were against. I'm just reading off this weird chart here, with the dumbest looking human being ever there. Dumbest looking human being ever there. Anyways, yeah, it's game on in Chicago, baby. You better buckle up because it's gonna be a long ride this season, baby.
It gets real cold in Chicago this time of year.
Yeah, cold down under. Alrighty, Jets got their first dub of the year. I didn't think it would happen, especially against a Cincinnati team like this, but the Jets win 39-38 in a battle of no defenses. Yeah, it was just, but I think I read another stat that said Flacco has targeted Jamar Chase like 58 times or some crazy shit in the last 3 games. Like he's actually getting the ball now. So that's cool. Let's see if that was one.
You can't even blame the offense. You put up 38 points and lose.
Yeah. Oh yeah, here's another one. Not to, jump ship on talking about Jets Bengals, but DK Metcalf was quoted saying that the Steelers' defense was going to be their best defense in franchise history, and they are currently the worst defense the Steelers have ever produced.
30th.
Well, okay, it's the worst total rank, which means it's their worst defense they've ever put out.
Which is insane.
Yeah, it is. So, okay, back on track here. Yeah, it was an exciting game to watch, especially if you took the over bet, which I don't think a lot of people would have taken the over bet, with Justin Fields admitting that he was like crying in a closet, in a press conference. I mean, good Lord. I even picked him up, and I'm happy about it, but I immediately dropped him. So, bye. But I guess he definitely earned his starting job back. I mean, how do you not let him start after he wins a game? You know what I mean? Like, you have to. You have to.
Or at least the first half.
Yeah.
He at least earned a half.
His 4th pick in the first quarter, pulling Nathan Peterman. Okay. Holy cow. Another team that we have no idea about, the Panthers. Taking an absolute spanking by James Cook and the Bills. 40-9. I just have nothing else to say but other than James Cook literally just steamrolled that defense. And then the Panthers just forgot that they had Rico Dowdle. I don't know.
Get a new backup quarterback. The Red Rocket is out of age.
Yeah, why was Bryce Young out anyways?
I think he hurt his hip or his knee.
God.
The week before in the 4th quarter.
I don't know, man. He's another one that's just, he's so small and he's getting hit way too much for being that size. I don't know. It's rough going out there in Carolina. Oh, but the Bills look back like the Bills, so that's scary. But it's regular season, so come to the postseason, they could the bed real quick and move on with life. So, all right, Texans 49ers. Texans ended up winning 26-15. Niners did not look very good again. They're starting, they're really hopeful Brock Purdy will play this weekend. Again, that is not the problem they are having right now. The problem is that they literally have 27 guys on injured reserve, I feel like. So
getting 26 is not going to fix that.
No, it's not. So, but, CJ Stroud looked decent. But again, they're playing a practice squad defense at this point. I mean, they're so thin on that side of the ball, especially. It's just rough going. So, yeah. All right. Patriots Browns. Myles Garrett had 5 sacks, and he's the first player to ever record 5 sacks in a game where his team lost. And they not only lost, they got their absolute shit kicked in. 32-13. Give us your thoughts on this one, Nick.
Shout out to Myles Garrett. I mean, you took the contract to get raped every day, and I think it's finally taken a toll on him. I really do.
A little bit.
But honestly, what a great showing. 5 sacks in a game is just nuts.
It's unheard of, dude. There's guys that don't get 5 sacks in a year.
And he's, what is it, like 2 sacks above the quickest ever before the age of 30, and he doesn't turn 30 until December 29th.
So, yes, he's got almost the rest of the season.
Yeah, which is insane. But let's look at Drake May, looking like the league MVP.
Dude, and then some.
Dude, he looks phenomenal.
He does. He looks really, really good. Very happy I picked him as one of my QBs in the league. That's awesome. But yeah, Patriots are starting to look really good. They're starting. I think it was on Pat McAfee today. They were saying, this is the most Bill Belichick-esque like winnings, that the Patriots have looked like since that era happened. And I got to say he's right. I mean, and talking last night in league with everybody, he ain't got nobody to throw to. No offense to their receivers on their team at all, because they're still obviously producing. But he doesn't have a true number one. You could argue and say that about a couple quarterbacks in the league too, but none that are having the season that Drake May's having. And if they can get him, if they wheeled and dealed for like A.J. Brown or, at this point I know they just signed him to a contract, but if they unloaded like T. Higgins out of Cincinnati, if they just totally threw the towel in on this year and unloaded Hendrickson and T. Higgins, that could be awesome. So I don't really know of a ton of really big name wide receivers that are on the trade block. Do you?
Not really.
And I don't think the Eagles are going to trade A.J. Brown either, but
I don't see that happening this year.
Nah, maybe next year after they losing the wild card or something.
Yeah, maybe off season I could see it if he's still as unhappy as how he seems. But
I don't think A.J. Brown going to be happy anywhere, dude. You would think that somebody that won a Super Bowl last year wouldn't act the way that he acts, but he still does.
A lot of them do, and they need to act like Saquon. I don't give a shit. He comes out and says, I don't give a shit if I rush for 2 yards or 200 as long as we win.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how it should be.
Yes. Amen. Selfless players. Yes. All right, and speaking of that, moving into the Giants-Eagles game, the Eagles routed them 38-20. Honestly, that injury to Skattabo kind of totally shifted the momentum of that game. There were also a couple of very, very, very controversial calls, like the fumble on the tush push, which was a clear-as-day fumble. Did you see this?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the guy ripped it out of his hands, and they call it forward progress and down, even though there was no whistle, till after the ball had already been downed by the other team, by the Giants. I just, and great for, I forget the player's name that was in his interview. He goes, that's some bullshit. Good for you for saying exactly what you needed to say. Take the fine, write him a check, but they need to hear this shit, dude. It's getting to be ridiculous. I mean, that play is as controversial as it is, but when there's and Brian Daboll tried challenging it twice. And because you can't challenge that, they couldn't even come out and make a formal announcement as to what he was challenging or why he couldn't make the challenge. They just made the next play happen. It was an unbelievable shit show in Philadelphia watching that shit. It was just stupid. So, but yeah, hopefully, Tracy can step up and still be a good back for them. It obviously doesn't bring the status that Cam Skattabo does. Or the CTE for that matter. But, yeah, like we said at the beginning of the episode, hope he heals and is back for next season. It's because he's been one of the more exciting players to watch this year, hands down. So, all right. Moving on up. Another quarterback that lost his starting job this week. And Spencer Rattler. At halftime, they pulled him for Tyler Shook. Which, to be honest with you, Tyler Shook put up the same exact stats that Spencer Rattler did in the first half, almost to a T, for real. What are your thoughts on that change for the Saints?
I think it just needed to happen. Spencer Rattler's won one game as a starter. I don't think it can hurt at this point.
No.
Might as well see what your rookie has.
Yeah, especially because you drafted him. He's there. He's not getting any younger. But I will tell you that I don't think he's gonna make it either. Just watching his ball, there's no zing to it. It's just kind of kind of like Tyrod Taylor-ish, how he doesn't have that like Baker has, like how he just fires the ball. It's got that lazy loftness to it that I just don't see. It doesn't translate. It does very, very, very well in college for a lot of guys, but it never translates into the NFL on a starting quarterback level. Shoe fly. All right. The Bucs won 23-3, by the way. So not the best outing by the Bucs, but when you're playing the Saints, I mean, I know it's a rivalry interdivision game and things like that, but damn.
It's great if you got the Bucs defense to tie.
Yeah, it was because they put up like 36 friggin' points or some crazy shit.
32.
Yeah, 32. Yeah, and I also Prim had them. Literally between the Bucs defense and the Packers players, those are the only players that scored on your team, Prim. So really, like,
I had 96 points with 3 people.
And needed all of them.
Drake May and the Bucs defense.
There you go. Love it. All righty. Titans Colts. Frustrations are boiling over for the rookie in Tennessee. I mean, he kind of cussed his coach out, which, I get it. I do. But really, if you're a head coach if you're a potential head coach candidate for next year, what is enthralling you to want to go to Tennessee at this point? You got a young quarterback who's got an attitude. You have no skills players at all on either side of the ball. I don't know. But the Colts are balling. So on the flip side of this, the Colts are balling out of control. Danny Dimes, Indiana Jones, whatever you want to call him, is playing well. But the man of the hour in Indianapolis is JT. He's killing it, dude. He broke more history. Tell us about it.
Dude, Jonathan Taylor, what he's done this year, I think I saw he's only got 2 games under 100 rushing yards. Like, that's just nuts.
Yeah, I think one of them had 98.
Yeah, the other one was 86.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he wasn't far off on either.
Nope.
But I really wish that had been a handoff instead of a little shovel pass so he could get his 3rd rushing touchdown instead of fucking receiving touchdown.
Yeah, and I was a fan of that because, I got Danny Dimes as one of my quarterbacks, so I was cool with it. But.
It's funny to hear you say that now because the whole beginning of this year, you were calling him Danny Pennies. He's fucking worthless.
Yeah, and you know what? I'll put my foot right in my mouth if he helps me win a ship, dude. I'll wine and dine his ass.
And they should sign him long term. He's great for that offense.
Yep, he sure is.
Another one that had a resurgence.
Yep, big time. It just shows you get in the right system, dude. I mean, it's not like these players are incompetent. It's just that the people around them mostly are. All right. Cowboys Broncos. Wow. What a colossal shit show of a game that was. Broncos scored more points in this game than they have the previous 4 weeks, I think. Well,
awesome.
I guess no, they had that game against the Giants that they ended up scoring a lot of points, but you get where I'm going. Cowboys defense is the worst defense I think I've ever seen.
It's up there.
Dude, it's so bad. They trade away their best player. They think they're going to contend for a Super Bowl with their offense. The saying is not offense wins championships. It never has been, and it never will be. It's defense. Mr. Jerry Jones, I think you need to talk to your doctor about getting on some new meds or something because something ain't clicking right, old man.
And they played a great defense, and they showed them what a great defense does.
Yeah, because, I mean, still holding the Cowboys to 4 scores, 24 points. That's a win, dude. They've been putting up 40 points a game. I mean, so. And, I think MVP talk about Dak's about over because now he actually played a good team, and it showed his true colors. I knew that was going to happen eventually.
I hope Patrick Surtain's okay, though. He went out with a shoulder injury.
Mm-hmm.
I hate seeing great players fucking leave.
Yeah, it sucks. Hopefully, another speedy recovery for him for sure. Okay, moving on. Sunday Night Football. God, this game was so lame to watch. I'm sorry. Packers Steelers. Packers won 35-25. I honestly think that Aaron Rodgers was in such nostalgia mode with seeing all these old teammates and coaches, and that he forgot that he had a football game to actually play because he did not. I mean, you can go and say, like, yeah, there was some drop passes, this, that, and the other, but Aaron just didn't look good. I don't know. What did you think?
I think this is the Aaron we're going to see all year. One game might throw a few. The next game, it's going to be a roller coaster all year. And with that defense playing like it is, they needed to be great for them to have a real shot this year.
Yeah.
And that has been the exact opposite.
Excuse me. That was a big stretch. Yeah. Steelers defense, as we stated earlier, not the greatest this season.
And they're old as fuck.
Yeah, it's not looking so hot. I'm as crazy as it is to think about, I just think, the Steelers came out and said they want Rodgers to come back next season. Whether he does or not, no one will know, because that man will leave him in limbo through the draft and everything, dude, just to have a 20-minute LeBron James type fucking spot on ESPN where he's saying he's coming back or not. It's crazy. That's what's going on in Pittsburgh. We could see a completely different team next season again. We could see a totally new quarterback. We could see a new coach. We could see a whole new defense. Yeah.
And to me, how bad is the evaluation of Will Howard going if you're already saying this?
Yeah, exactly. I do want to get the Pittsburgh Steelers long snappers jersey, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out, cunts. All right, wrapping it up. Devil Worshippers took on the Commanders, won 28-7. Shout out my boy Troy Aikman, putting the refs on blast for protecting Patrick Mahomes. Somebody's got to say these things, man. And if nobody does, nothing will ever get done about it. And you know what, Joe Buck? You take your sideways cover my ass comment that you shot right back at Troy Aikman and shove it up your dirty bunghole, bro. All right? Not about it. Troy, keep spitting the truth, man. We will always be there for you. Don't think we won't. I love it. Anyways, Chiefs won 28-7. Marcus Mariota didn't look hot. Hopefully Jaden Daniels is back this week, not only for Commander's sake, but for my fantasy football season's sake. Yeah.
Well, and hello, Terry McLaurin, and goodbye, Terry McLaurin, because he's out again. He's out again this week already.
Oh, man. Yeah. It's nuts. The injuries this year have just been terrible. I mean, this has got to be the most injury-riddled season I think I've ever seen.
It's getting there.
Yeah. So, okay. So that's going to wrap up Week 8. Week 7. Hang on. Wait a minute. This was Week 8.
Week 8.
Oh. Sorry, I didn't update my phone.
Isn't your phone supposed to update you?
Yeah. And then this is going to be 10 and 11. Holy shit. Okay. Sorry about that. All right. End of our Week 9 picks here. All right. Tomorrow on Thursday Night Football. God, this game on paper might be just... This game might be the greatest Thursday Night Football game we've ever watched, or make me want to gouge my eyeballs out. I don't think there's going to be a middle ground. Ravens, Dolphins. Who you got?
Gouging my eyes out, but I got the Ravens. But give me Baltimore.
Yeah, dude. I don't see... Now, Miami's back home, but I just don't see... But again, the Ravens have a worse defense than Atlanta does. And if Tua plays like he did again, dude, that's going to be tough. You know what? Because I'm so sick of seeing Lamar or the Ravens be winning the last few years with Lamar and stuff. And is Lamar coming back?
He's supposed to. I haven't seen definite yet.
I mean, if he comes back, it's definitely going to be in the Ravens' favor. But I'm still going to take the Dolphins just because Tua played so out of his mind last week, and they're playing a worse defense in the Ravens. So we'll see. But, yeah, give me the Dolphins. All right, 49ers, Giants.
God, this is just like the injury bowl right here.
Dude,
Don't tell me
literally
they're at Death
is.
Life.
Yeah, maybe.
Life?
Yeah, that's going to be tough. Who you got?
Give me the Niners. I just think the Giants are just so even more depleted. I guess more big name depleted.
Yeah. Yeah, and Malik Neighbors just had surgery yesterday.
Which is nuts.
Yeah, I was reading the article, and they're feeding all these lines of bullshit as to why it took them this long to want to get it. Just something's going on behind the scenes. So I will take the Giants. They're home. They're going to be playing with a lot of heart for Cam. I think there's going to be a lot of people that show out with signs like "We love you, Cam," all of this kind of shit. You know what I mean? Like, when you have that kind of momentum on your side, it's hard to lose football games, and especially playing the Niners, who, if Brock Purdy comes back, I still seriously don't think that that's the best choice to play at quarterback. But Mac Jones is also hurt, so it's kind of like, let's just throw one of them out there and see what happens.
Kyle Shanahan's probably flipping a quarter right now.
Yeah, no kidding. All right, Chargers, Titans.
Oh man, that's also a tough one. Holy shit, these are the first three.
Yeah, bro. No London game this week. It looks like we got Thursday night football tomorrow, and then we got a 1:00 window and a 4:00 window, and our regular one Sunday night football game and one Monday night football game. So
give me the Chargers by 25.
Chargers by 25. I like that.
Yeah.
I'm taking the Chargers too, for sure. Vikings, Lions. Taking the Lions. I'm going to take them by 3 scores, probably by like 21 points. Easily.
Yeah, that's not even debatable. McCarthy's been out for so long, and even when he was in, he was still pretty shaky.
I know, and our defense is clicking right now. I mean, really clicking. So very, very much looking forward to that.
Maybe we'll see their third stringer that they refused to put in when Carson Wentz was dragging his shoulder on the ground.
Yeah, they did. They did sign a new quarterback today. Don't remember who his name was. From Jake Brown. I don't know. Somebody that's not going to make that big of a difference, but can play quarterback so they don't have to put their kicker in. Yeah, because to be honest with you, if Hutch gets the JJ dude and hits him right, like, I don't know. Out of here, fly. Stupid
That'd
fly.
be fucked up, too. A little fucking college reunion.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, Falcons, Pats.
Patriots.
Yeah, I got the Pats too. But if you're a betting man, you want to take the Falcons because they shit the bed last week, which means they're going to come out of nowhere and just win this game somehow. But no, I got the Patriots all day. Pat attack. All right. This could potentially be a good game. However, if the actual Steelers team shows up, but Steelers, Colts.
Oh, I don't think this is going to be a good game at all. I think Jonathan Taylor's going to run all over him.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Colts, sadly, against my fandom of the Steelers. Yeah, Colts all day long.
I think we're about to see the most wide open AFC North that we've seen in a long time.
Dude, a very, 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 very long time. Yeah, it's kind of wild to think about, but that's what it is. Broncos, Texans. Ooh, this could shape up to be a decent game.
I'm kind of torn on this game. The Broncos have been playing good, but so have the Texans. And I think Surtain might be out another week, and I think Nico's coming back. I'm going to roll with Houston on this one.
Yeah, I'm going to take Houston as well. They're at home. They're coming off a decent win. Broncos are coming off a really good win too. But I don't know. I got the Texans too. So, ooh, this game could be really shitty to watch with my 2 eyes. Bears, Bengals.
Oh, give me the Bengals. Let's start that Bears slide. Let's continue.
Yeah, I got the Bengals too, especially coming off scoring 38 points and losing last week. Like, Joe Flacco's got to have a little bit of a fire under his ass, so let's go Flacco.
Oh, yeah.
Panthers,
Go for
Packers.
20 targets this week on Jamar Chase.
Yeah, dude, let's do it. Panthers, Packers.
You just don't know what Panthers are coming out. I got to go with the Packers.
Well, because I can't physically pick the Packers, I'm taking the Panthers. So, you Green Bay.
Micah Parsons has been an animal.
Yeah, he has been, but, they're also playing an animal in the Panthers, so I don't know. It'd be fun to watch Rico Dowdle truck stick Micah Parsons. It'd be hilarious.
Oh, that'd be great. But, no, they quit using him, after they won with him.
Yeah.
So, makes sense.
Yeah, that's the MO in Carolina. When it's working, break it.
Yeah. Like a psychotic girlfriend.
Yeah. Saints, Rams.
Oh, there's no way I can pick Tyler Show's first win to be against Stafford. I think the Rams are going to kill him.
Yeah, I got the Rams too. Matt Stafford's been playing good ball. Is Puka back?
Supposed to be. He's projected to play this week.
Okay. Well, if he does skip another week, I think this is a pretty good week to skip. I
wouldn't blame him.
Yeah, so. Okay. Jags, Raiders. This could be an interesting game.
Dude, give me the Raiders. I don't know why I'm feeling the Raiders, but I think after a bye week, maybe they come out with a little bit of fire.
That's kind of where I'm sitting at, too. Like, Pete Carroll's been sitting at home stewing in his own shit for a while. Gino's been stewing in his own shit. So, yeah, I'm taking the Raiders, too. They're at home. Should be a good one. Ash and Jenny, I could see him going for, 120 yards, something like that. So, yeah. Okay. Devil Worshippers, Bills. Here's the matchup we were waiting for this year. Well, we all know who's going to win it because it's regular season, right?
Yeah, it's going to be Buffalo for sure.
It's going to be Buffalo by a couple of tutties for sure. So, yeah,
I think it'll be 42-45.
Yeah. I mean, every time that these two do play, it is a very watchable game. I'll give them that.
It is. It's interesting.
Very. All right. And that's going to close out the 4 o'clock window. And then we got Sunday Night Football. This potentially could be a very good game if Jaden Daniels comes back. Seahawks, Commanders, who you got?
I got Seattle. I still roll with Seattle's defense, and I think the Commanders are extremely banged up still.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Seahawks, too. Sam Darnold's been balling. Smith and Jigma is the number 1 receiver in the league this year. You can argue that from any different perspective, but he's the only one in the argument between, JJ and Jamar Chase and them, you know what I mean, that has had a consistent quarterback throwing to them all year. So it's hard to be the number 1 receiver in the league when you're playing with a different quarterback every other week, it seems like. So, yep, give me the Seahawks. And wrapping it up, Monday Night Football of next week. God, this is going to be a really shitty primetime game. Arizona and Dallas.
Oof, man, I cannot wait to stay up to watch that.
Oh, my God.
Oof. Give me Arizona. Do you know if Kyler Murray's coming back this week?
Does it matter?
I think it does. I think Arizona's better with Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah, I could agree with that. That's why I meant it doesn't matter. I don't think it matters who plays quarterback for the Cardinals. I don't see a way that they're going to be able to stop the Cowboys' offense. So I'm gonna take. Sadly, it's all against my better judgment. I'm taking the Cowboys.
I just can't do it. I'm not doing it. No,
Good.
Arizona.
Jerry Jones.
Fuck you, Jerry Jones.
Fuck you. Hey, we went a couple episodes without mentioning him.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
They have a bye week or something?
Yeah. Not yet, I don't think. Okie dokie. Well, all right, that's going to wrap our NFL talk up for this week. So moving on to some NCAA coverage. Michigan State played over the weekend. Michigan State looked like Michigan State. Michigan didn't look that great either. Excuse me. 31-20, Michigan took it, but I'm sorry. Say what you will. I know one play doesn't change a game, but that one play where they called that guy offsides when he was not offsides changed the entire momentum of that game, period. Michigan State was never – that game was over when that play got called back.
Well, I'd expect nothing less out of a State fan, so that's okay.
Yeah. When Michigan fans are like John texting us and saying that he was on sides, dude, I'm sorry, bro. Again, not saying they don't want it, but it's just the short end of the stick that just seems that State keeps getting. But honestly, I've never liked their coach. I forget his freaking name anyways, but I've never thought that he was that great. I also noticed that I don't think him and what's the quarterback's name at State? Childs or Childers or?
Oh, I can't remember.
Anyways, he was, after they scored one of their touchdowns, he's over on the sideline running up, went to high-five his coach, and his coach completely cold-shouldered him. Didn't raise his hand, didn't even look at him. So there's some animosity there, too, which if your head coach and your quarterback are beefing, dude, that's problem number 1. Let's start there, and address that situation first. But there was some other good college football on over the weekend. Ole Miss took down Oklahoma, 34-26. Indiana put the boot down. Dude, does Indiana and Ohio State play this year?
Oh, I'm not sure on that.
I don't think that they do, because I think people would already be talking about it. I think Indiana could beat the shit out of Ohio State currently.
What scares me, though, is they looked awesome last year, and then they get to the playoff, and they drop an egg.
Yeah, but they didn't beat top 5 teams last year before the playoffs either. They didn't really play anybody that was top 5. This year they have. This year they have. I'm just kind of scrolling through to see real quick if I can see.
And what kills me more than anything is Ohio State looks like the next level up from everybody else in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
And that does kill me to say that.
It does not look like they do.
Maybe Michigan can pull out another 13-10 miracle.
Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be...
If we get in a shootout, we're screwed.
Yeah, Michigan and Ohio State play on November 29th. It's Saturday after Thanksgiving, I believe.
Yeah.
Be interesting to see. Anyways. Okay. Yeah, college football. Not a whole lot else happened. I know Bama ended up winning, right?
Yeah, they squeaked that one out, though. They did not look good in that game.
Nope, but they still won. That's what counts. It's all that really counts in college football anymore. So,
after 4 ranked wins, though, they were bound to have, one bum game.
Right, for sure. Okay, World Series is in full effect. It is 2-2, I believe.
Yep.
Last night's game was an ass whooping by the Blue Jays. But the game 3 went to 18 innings. It was a completely crazy game. I'd seen a picture of the Dodgers bullpen in the 18th inning. They had no one left in it. They had exhausted every single pitcher that they have on their roster, which is insane. It'd have been funny if they'd have just called Justin Herbert out of the crowd to come down and throw an inning.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right. And
Game 5 is tonight.
Yeah. Red Wings are off to a hot start. I think when I look, they're 7-3. If I don't.
Yep.
Yeah, which is incredible. Let's stay that way this time. Let's not start off hot and then shit the bed like we have the last couple of seasons. And the Pistons are off to a pretty hot start as well. They beat the Celtics the other night. Just great. Super great.
They look okay. They got massacred by Cleveland the other day too.
Oh, well, you win some, you lose some, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess with that being said, we're a little short on the episode this week, but I was a little rapid fire-ish this week with our fantasy scores and things like that as well. With it being a bye week, it's these bye weeks, the heavy bye weeks in fantasy suck. You know what I mean? Like when you can't start 2 quarterbacks in a 2-quarterback league, things like that. I'm playing Blair this week, and I was really I didn't want to drop my defense, and I'm like, you know what? I think I can just probably do without a defense against Blair this week. So, but I ended up jigging some stuff and put a guy on IR that I had and opened up a spot to pick up a secondary defense so that I can still say that I fully tried against Blair. And if he ends up beating me, that'll be a goddamn miracle. So, all right. Anything else this week, bro?
No.
All right. Well, appreciate all the support again, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Tell us how wrong our predictions are in the comments. I would love to start interacting with more of you people, so please do that. Drop us a like. It's the only way that YouTube will know that you actually give a shit about what we do here. So, all right. With that being said, we'll see everybody next week. We are Hulaham